Hello friends, welcome to Brain Scoop channel. This is my new video and our today's topic is positron emission tomography, that is PET scan. So in MRI scan we use magnetic fields, radio waves and computers to map the brain structure. In PET scan examines brain function and chemical activity, and in CT scan or computer enhanced tomography we use X-ray of structures. So these are the basic difference between the MRI, CT and PET scan. PET is the first screening method or scanning method to produce and give functional images of brain. Why is the test performed? A PET scan can reveal the size, shape, position and some functions of organ. It is used to check brain functions, used to diagnose cancer, heart problems and brain disorders, to see how far cancer has spread, to show areas in which there is poor blood flow to the heart. Several PET scans may be taken over time to check how well you are responding to treatment for cancers or other illness. So basically what is PET? PET is a non-invasive diagnostic imaging technique for measuring functional activity of cells in the human body. It was the first scanning method to give functional information about the brain. It measures metabolic activity, physiologically and pathology of the human body. It works with the positron as the name suggests, and tracer is entered in body. Steps involved in the PET scan. The first one is the labeling, then the tracer injection, that is injected into the patient, then image acquisition via PET camera, then the image reconstruction, and lastly the PET image is formed. So the machine detects radiation that is emitted by the radio tracer, which is injected into the body. The images are reconstructed by computer analysis. It is a non-invasive technique for quantitative assessment of biochemical and functional processes in the body. Basic principle of PET. Positron emission tomography, that is PET, measures the two annihilation photons. The annihilation photons are produced back to back after positron emission from a radionuclide tagged tracer molecule. This molecule is chosen to mask a specific function in the body on a biochemistry level. Hence, unlike other techniques which provide anatomical details, PET provides information regarding biological functions. Most PET scans use FGD, that is fluorodeoxyglucose, as a tracer. FDG is an unstable radioisotope with half-life of approximately 110 minutes. PET images are much blurrier and noisier due to the relatively limited number of photons that can be controlled during an imaging study as compared to CT or MRI. So, positron emission occurs when the photon-rich isotope decays and a photon decays to a neutron and a positron and a neutrino is formed. After traveling a short distance, the positron emitted encounters an electron from the surrounding environment. The two particles combine and annihilate each other, resulting in the emission of two gamma rays in opposite directions of 0.511 MeV each. Then the principles of image acquisition. The image acquisition is based on the external detection in coincidence of the emitted gamma rays, and a valid annihilation events requires a coincidence within 12 nanoseconds between the two detectors on opposite sides of the scanner. For accepted coincidences, lines of response connecting the coincident detectors are drawn through the object and used in the image reconstruction. Any scanner requires that the isotope in the field of view does not redistribute during the scan. So, photon detection mostly measures the total energy deposited by the photons, which it transverses the detector. The most commonly used photo detectors are photomultiplier tubes, that is PMTs, and detection elements used in the most PET scanners are scintillation detectors. So, detectors of the PET scan, that is the scintillation detectors. Gamma photon converts to the optical photons. Then photons are collected at the end of the crystal. Then front end electrons condition the signal for further processing. And this is how the scintillation detectors in the PET scanner works. Patient preparation. Before your PET scan, some patients feel nervous or anxious in an enclosed area or may feel claustrophobic, such as the inside of the scanning ring. Speak with the doctor ahead of time about the medicine to relax. The patient tell or the doctor or nurse in the nuclear medicine or the radiation oncology if you are pregnant or you may think to be pregnant, are breastfeeding, have diabetes. We'll work with you and your doctor to determine the safest way for you to prepare for your scan. The things technologists should inform the patient about the PET scan: confirm what day and time to arrive. The patient informed about how long the procedure will take. The estimate may need to be adjusted the day of the scan depending on the type of PET scan having, and review the steps below. At the day of the PET scan, if the patient have diabetes, you may not be able to follow the guidelines below. Talk to your doctor about how to prepare the test. For 6 hours before you arrive, for the patient arrive time, the patient should not have eaten anything, drink anything except plain water or plain coffee or tea without milk, cream or sugar, chew gums or suck hard candy, cough drops or mints. Your scan may be rescheduled if you eat anything or drink something other than water, plain coffee or tea. If you take medicines, take them with water only. If you have a fever or chills, please bring this to the technician's attention. Any shaking or movement during the scan will reduce the quality of the image. Avoid strenuous activities such as running, jogging or cycling for 24 hours before the PET scan. This can lead to a poor quality scan. Bring your latest CT and MRI scans if available, or if they have done here or you have not submitted them, to be put in our system. Patient preparation. How to prepare for the test? The patient may be asked not to eat anything for 6 to 4 hours before the scan, or the patient is asked not to able to drink. The patient is only able to drink water and not to drink anything except plain water, tea or coffee. How is the test performed? A PET scan uses a small amount of radioactive material that is known as the tracer. The tracer is given through the vein, most often inside the patient's elbow. It can also be given by inhalation or indigestion, as I have discussed in my previous video. The tracer travels to the patient's blood and collects in organs and tissues. This helps the radiologist see certain areas of concern more clearly. The patient may need to wait nearly as the tracer is absorbed in your body. This takes about 1 hour. Then the patient lie on a narrow table that slides into a large tunnel-shaped scanner. The PET picks up detect signals from the tracer. A computer changes the signal into 3D pictures. The images are displayed on the monitor for your doctor to read. The patient may lie still during the test. Too much movement can blur images and cause errors. How long the test takes depends on what part of the body is being scanned. How the test will feel? The patient may feel a sharp sting when a needle with the tracer is placed into the patient's vein. The PET scan causes no pain as it is a non-invasive technique. The table may be hard or cold, but patient can request a blanket or a pillow. The intercom in the room allows the patient to speak to someone at any time. There is no recovery time unless the patient was given a medicine to relax or any sedative or anything. PET risk. The amount of radiation used in the PET scan about the same amount as for the almost all CT scans. Short-lived tracers are used so the radiation is gone from the patient body in about 2 to 10 hours. The patient should inform the doctor if in case of pregnancy or in the breastfeeding infants and the babies in the developing age are the most sensitive to the radiation because their organs are still growing. Advantages and disadvantages of PET. What are the advantages of PET scan? PET imaging is unique in that it shows the chemical functioning of organs and tissues in a vivo, while other imaging techniques such as X-ray, CT and MRI shows only the structural details. Increased sensitivity and accurate attenuation correctly provided by the PET imaging modality. Application. It is used for the diagnosis of the Hodgkin's disease, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, colorectal cancer, breast cancer, melanoma, and lung cancer. Benefits and risk of PET scan. What are the benefits? Image information unique, high sensitivity, yields most useful information compared to other imaging techniques from a pathological view. High spatial resolution, more precise, cheaper, and more ethical than exploratory surgery. Can detect a disease at an earlier stage than CT scans or MRI. Result in low radiation exposure. What are the risks? Allergic reactions to radiopharmaceuticals may occur but are rare. Injection of the radiotracer may cause slight pain and redness which should rapidly resolve. Expensive due to cyclotrons needed to produce short-lived radionuclides, low accessibility, and it takes time. This is all for today. If you like my video, please like, comment and share, and do subscribe my YouTube channel for further updates. Thank you.